What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lineman Life Live. O-Lineman here, myself, Uche Waneri, and Justin Blaylock. We are your linemen.
What?
We living that lineman life.
Grinding. Dirty.
Grinding. Greasy.
Keeping that thing funky.
Yeah, I mean, but it is Victory Monday on my side over here. Win in Duval yesterday. But we'll get into that as we go through the scores from last week's NFL games. We still got a Monday night game tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. The Monday grind. And it's now 7:17, and here we are. Lineman life. A lot of crazy things went on in week 9. It was like backwards day on Sunday. Like all the teams that were supposed to get their ass kicked won.
Yeah.
And really, haven't seen, it's been a while since I've seen a week, a NFL week like the one we just had, with so many teams that look like they're hitting their stride. And that's the thing about this year in the NFL. There hasn't been, I would say, any team. Maybe we could possibly. Well, no, there hasn't really been any team that has been able to just sustain their winning ways without having a really ugly loss sprinkled in. And we're going to talk about all that stuff today. Justin, what's happening, bro?
Man, it's a lot of broken hearts in Vegas today. I know that.
A lot of broken hearts. Motherfuckers was losing their ass out there. What's going on? Oh, Jags! Jags!
This was supposed to be a lock. They told me it was a lock.
Dude, the Buffalo.
They said I couldn't lose.
They said I couldn't lose. It was a sure thing.
I bet the fucking house on this one.
I put my kids' tuition on this.
Woo.
Oh man.
Kids better work on the jump shot.
The Bills were minus 1,000 against Jacksonville, and they lost. But I mean, it's crazy in the NFL. If you know how to decipher the different, how it is. There's a list of things that apply to an NFL game, and each one that you check off, there was percentages on what your probability is to win. Like third down conversions, red zone, all those things. You know how we sit there in meetings and they just sit there and go through all of it. One fumble, man. One fumble. One fumble, and you're down 46% to win the game. You lose 46% off one turnover.
A block punt, and you have an 85% chance to win the game. Why don't we try to block every punt?
You make you know what I mean?
Let's just block every punt.
You make a play on special teams, and you double your chances of winning. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because if you look at the last 2 games or the last game from Buffalo, you saw their numbers, their consistency break bad against Miami. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that should have been, I guess, if you're looking at it now, we're looking at it now with hindsight, that should have been a red flag. Even going against a team like Jacksonville, because again, in the NFL, any given Sunday.
Absolutely.
And it happened. And, it's a Victory Monday. Let me share this. Victory Monday in DUUUVAL. Put some respect on his name. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, the first player in NFL history to sack a quarterback of the same name. Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen. He recovered a fumble by Josh Allen. He intercepted Josh Allen, had 8 tackles and 2 TFLs. I mean, that's got to be enough to get him Player of the Week, I'm sure. On a number of different affiliated NFL little featurettes. So shout out to Josh Allen of the Jaguars, the one who came through for the real Josh Allen. Will the real Josh Allen please stand up? And there he is. Because when they went head to head, one directly beat the other.
Yeah.
There's no argument against that at this point.
I'm curious how many times two players with the same name have even been on the same field.
I know,
one
right?
opposing the other. I mean, obviously, this is the first time one has sacked the other. I'm curious how many opportunities there have even been. How many picks have there been of a quarterback and a defender of the same name, or even just a tackle of a running back?
I know, right? Like, how many times have you had the two people with the same name playing against each other directly on the same field? That's got to be a rarity. Got to be.
Come on, Elias Sports. We need you.
we need somebody to provide some info on that. But again, it's wild because right when you think which team is the best team in the league, they mess around and get beat by a team they shouldn't get beat by. And I was about to say by some bums they shouldn't have got beat by, but I mean, shit, I'm Jacksonville, so I'm not gonna say that right now. But I mean, I tweeted it out. I said, man, Jaguars win with literally no production on offense. You gotta love it because, I mean, really the defense had a hell of a game. They really did have a hell of a game, but geez, the offense looked just as bad as the defense looked good. So that's it's big. It's a big win. Let's see if they can build on it. But the offense definitely needs to figure out how to score more than 9 freaking points in 4 quarters.
Get it done.
That's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to do that again. Highly unlikely.
We're not counting on that getting us too many wins.
Yeah, that is that's not gonna pay the bills moving forward. But you take any win you can get in the NFL. I know one thing, at the very least, now they know how freaking, or I'm sure Urban Meyer now knows how freaking hard it is to win one game in the NFL. They had to fight tooth and nail to the very end to win 9-6.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, couldn't even get in the end zone. Nobody could.
This ain't Bowling Green.
You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. That's how hard it is. I mean, it's. I remember my first official start, in my second year, 2008, and we beat the Colts like 23-21. They had Peyton Manning at the time, so I mean, it was like, and we were like devastated with injuries. And this is the second game of the season, and we ran the ball because we had like 2 of our starters on offense, 2 of our original starters on offensive line, and then 3 fill-ins, me being one, and 2 other cats from the street. Like, these cats got signed off the street, and we ran the ball like 35 times. We ran the ball like 35, 40 times for like 240 yards, no sacks, and we barely beat these cats. I mean, we barely won. We had to hold the ball against the Colts in the third quarter. We got the ball to start the third quarter. This is where the drive started. By the time we got to the other side of the field and ended up kicking a field goal, we didn't even get in the end zone.
Oh, shit.
There was like, what? Let me see if I remember this correctly. There was like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
What?
We had the ball on one drive, my guy, for an entire, like almost a quarter. No, it wasn't the whole quarter. We got it like second series of the third quarter. We got the ball. So it was like with like 8 minutes left from the third quarter, all the way to like 6 minutes left in the fourth before we kicked the field goal to take the lead.
Wow.
It was like 25 plays, bro. It was unbelievable. I was like, God, I mean, I'm just like in the huddle. Like, nobody's even talking in the huddle. We just.
I mean, that's really 3 yards with a cloud of dust shit.
It was first, second, third down, and just get the first down. the whole time. We ain't. It was like we just barely get the first.
Right. Like,
And that was all from like our
if you about to
our
get 5
20
yards,
all the way to like their 10.
just fall. you're doing too much.
It was the wildest thing ever, dude. I'm telling you. I was like, how are we doing this? Like,
that's the recipe.
I didn't realize how many plays it was. So I got to the sideline. Our O-line coach walks over with the sheet. Andy Heck, he's got the, they got the Oakleys on and shit. We're indoors, motherfucker. You got Oakleys on, can't see your eye. He just looking at us with his headset while he walking over. And he just says, you guys had a Brubaker out there, huh? 25 plays. I'm like, motherfucker, if we got to go back in this game, y'all better stop them.
Right.
But anyways.
Well, I need to let them get at least one first down. Shit.
You know what I mean? But number of highlights from the weekend, number of stories to talk about before we really get into the scores and stuff like that, because we go through the scores pretty quick. But we talk about the games as we go. But there's something that I wanted to kind of get people's opinions on here about this situation in particular, because I feel a certain kind of way about it. And I want to get you folks' thoughts. Now, this is the play that a lot of people are talking about even today. Mac Jones, quarterback for the Patriots, and whether or not this is a dirty play. Now, we've seen we've heard of cats, we've seen cats who are dirty on the field. We've seen things that cats have done, whether it's Ndamukong Suh or there was another cat from I think the Browns a couple years back who gator rolled somebody's ankle, and it was coming. You've seen it on the replay, and I think he ended up getting cut by the team. But this here, maybe you people in the chat can let me know what y'all think about this play, because I have my certain feelings on it, but let me show it to you guys first.
I mean, there might have been a little embellishment. Slight.
One more time.
Yeah, let's roll that beautiful beam footage.
Okay, so that's the play. Mac Jones. I'm of the opinion that Mac Jones gator rolled this cat's ankle.
Yep. Because
when you're like, if you're trying to tackle somebody by their legs, if he's trying to keep that linebacker, I forget his name. If he's trying to keep that linebacker, huh?
Is that Reddick? Hassan Reddick?
Nah, I think his name is like Burns or something like that.
Okay.
Brand.
My bad.
But when you're trying to tackle a cat, when you grab the ankles, you just pull. You just pull, or if you're tackling them from behind, you just wrap their ankles, wrap them up, and pull them down. When you gator roll, you have to specifically roll your chest onto the ankle to gator roll somebody. And in this clip here, if you look at it, like this dude is he's kicking away from him right here, right? He's holding his ankle, right? He's got his hands wrapped around his ankle, both hands, and then he rolls onto his chest.
Yeah, nowhere he could go before the roll.
He rolls onto his chest. He's not trying to keep him from getting the ball. That's an intentional thing.
Can I tackle someone to prevent them from getting the ball?
You can't even do that. That's called holding.
I don't think I can prevent you. Yeah. if you don't have the ball,
if you tackle somebody who doesn't have the ball, like in that situation there, well, I guess you could. You could if it's a scramble for the ball and nobody has possession. I'm guessing you can you can hit
shield
you can hit
somebody.
You can hit a cat. You just can't. You can't blindside them.
Yeah, I don't think there's any place for this.
He gator rolls this dude's ankle. Now the dude came back into the game, and I forget his name. So
I just looked it up. It's Brian Burns.
Brian Burns. Yeah. He gator rolled it. Now it's a good thing he didn't get hurt, and he's not out with a serious ankle injury. But that's some dirty shit.
Well, he came back in the game and later went out with an ankle injury. Now I don't know.
Did he?
I don't know how severe it is. If he's going to miss any time, anything like that. But regardless, if he misses a play, if he misses a game, if whatever the case may be, I don't give a shit.
That's dirty.
This isn't what we do.
Yeah, it's not. This is not proper football etiquette. Like that's one thing that if you a dirty there's a very fine line between tryhards, hustle mans, you know what I mean, and even getting somebody back for maybe catching you, catching you slipping during the game. Like you get an opportunity to get them back, you get them back. But it's always you get them back cleanly.
Yep.
You never get them back in a dirty way. You never hit them you never hit a cat from behind. You never take a cheap shot from behind. You don't spear nobody.
Yeah, don't hit nobody.
And you don't gator roll people. You don't gator roll people. Now, I tweeted out that my personal opinion, because look, this is a quarterback, right? And everybody's looking at that aspect of it, and everybody's trying to use that as, hey, it's a quarterback. It's they get to take shots on him all game. Well, hey, he's a quarterback. But but you see what happens every time somebody takes a shot on a quarterback. Pretty much.
Let's turn the tables here. Let's turn the tables.
Yeah. Flag. So let's say here, because you know what happened the last time somebody really hit a quarterback in their ankles and blew their ACL out? They changed the rules of football for him.
Right.
Tom Brady. When Bernard Pollard tackled him at the knees and tore his ACL. They changed the rules of the game to protect the quarterback. Well, you got to, if that's how it's going to be, then you got to protect all the players. And in this situation, and the NFL is going to look at it, and I think I read somewhere they're talking about they will only fine him at the worst, which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, because honestly, when you know that a guy's done something like that, like gator rolled, cats, we take notes on that.
Oh yeah, there's going to be. I'm not going to say there's a target on him, but
he's a quarterback, so there's always a target on him. People know. But
people
know. Don't you dare run past that line of scrimmage.
Hey, the next interception he throws,
come up out that pocket.
The next interception his ass throws.
Oh, and the next interception he throws, he better get to the sideline right now.
Just fall down.
You just better lay there with your hand. Just lay there. Just, I'm not doing anything. Because the moment you even look like you're going to run after that play, you are going to get blindsided. And, hey, it might be, it might be a rookie. They might make a rookie do it. Because a rookie, hey, you know what I mean?
I'll pick up that fine, youngster.
Yeah, you can we'll take the fine for you. Just knock his ass out. We'll pay the fine. You know what I mean? This is I think it's a dirty thing. I think,
he's playing with fire.
Maybe a fine is works fine, is okay, right now for it. But my first initial reaction to it, because we've seen that happen to another cat who got a high ankle sprain off of that. And I think it was that Cleveland, a Cleveland defensive end or linebacker who gator rolled a running back and gave him a high ankle sprain. So, I mean, I feel like if you do something like that, because that's an intentional act, that is a personal foul.
Yep.
Fine him the $15,000 and suspend him, 1 to 3 games. I would say one game.
Yeah.
One game is fine. I said 3 when I
Still a
tweeted.
offender. First time offender.
First time offender.
game's
Give
good
him
enough.
one game suspension. Boom. That way, it ain't never gonna happen again.
And then address it in the offseason, rules committee.
Yeah.
We got to look
Absolutely.
into this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Which reminds me of that cat from the Duke basketball player that was tripping cats a couple of years back. Damn, I can't. The guy's name escapes me. White cat from Duke. But he was like 4 or 5 different times. He was like tripping people and kicking them and all type of shit. Like, at some
Acting
point,
like he's rebounding or some shit.
Yeah. At some point, it's kind of hard because you're a quarterback. I mean, yes, you can get hit, but somebody's gonna lay this kid out.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid back for that. He will. It's just there's gonna be too many opportunities, and also, I mean, look, man, like cats already like. You see how cats that could have easily been an ACL. The way he was twisting, trying to like catch his balance, that could have easily been an ACL. Rotating like that, and that's the crazy part about it. That if somebody did that to Mac Jones, it would be there would be people would be talking about that left and right. It would be completely seen as taboo to do that to a quarterback, but the quarterback gets a pass to do it to the defenders. Like that shows me one he's got a temper. He was mad because he got sacked. He got a sack fumble. What you mad for? Just hey, it happens, bro.
Yeah, short memory, you do better.
You know what I mean? It happens. It happens. So I don't know. I think my personal thoughts on that, Mac Jones, that's a dirty thing. I'm not going to call him a dirty player yet, but that's some dirty shit. And I think that these guys played against each other in high school, and I guess Burns had I guess maybe won the championship over his team, and he was dancing over him when he sacked him and shit. So I guess he had a little flashback when he got hit. Oh, and he saw it was him, and he just went right back to high school where he's getting hit again. And you got this damn same dude dancing over you like, yeah, bitch. And he just got mad and Gator rolled him and then got up like, what? What happened?
I mean, there was a time when someone would be expected to lay this fucker out, like after that happened. Immediately after that happened.
Dude, remember, that's what they teach them in the defensive rooms is if on a turnover, first person you go after to block is the quarterback. Because the quarterback always seems to be in position to be the guy to make the play to keep it from being a score. But back in the day before that, before crackbacks got kind of outlawed in the NFL, they used to be like, keep your head on the swivel on any turnover. I remember every time a pick got thrown, I literally looked for the first defender next to me. And I looked him right in his eyes like, bitch, don't you try that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Shit. There'll be plays where I'm just running with my hand on his shoulder. Like, I ain't going to make the play.
I might lock up with you. Like, hey, just block me. You got me. You got me.
Fighting.
I'm working the rip.
Look good.
Work the rip.
Make it look good. Give me a rip. Yeah. All right, we got a $5 super chat here from RC from NYC. Says, what's up, Uche? What's up, Justin? What's up, chat? Hope all is good. Jags win, Giants win, Cowboys lose. Sunday was good.
Oh, Lord.
Sunday was good. Saturday was good as well. You know why? Because my Purdue Boilermakers.
Yeah, that's right. Congrats.
Boiler up.
Yeah.
The Monster Killers. We took down another
year.
5 team. Hey, that's what we do, though. But this is the thing. Watch them get blown out next week by nobody.
Right.
That's what the fuck happened after they beat Iowa. They beat number 2 Iowa. Next week, they get hammered by Wisconsin, who then goes and gets their ass kicked by Minnesota the next week. Then we beat Michigan State, number 3. And let's see what happens in this week's game, whoever they're playing. Terminal Sports for $5. Bro, on Mac Jones' next pick 6, let's have the defender get on the ground and Gator roll the ball. Gator roll the ball.
Oh, I think he's saying for a celebration.
Oh, Gator roll the ball. Okay, yeah. Okay, the pick 6. Got you. Yeah, I get, sometimes shit goes over my head. My bad. Appreciate that, Terminal Sports. Appreciate you there.
Well, I don't think
We
you
got
can do an
Barcade.
individual celebration anymore. It has to be the team.
Oh, what? Is that a rule?
I believe so. Or there's limits on what you can do individually.
Oh, you can't use the ball as a prop.
Also that, yep.
Yeah, you can't use the ball as a prop. They'll
That's all right, though.
they'll hit you with a flag.
There's one of the old heads to pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Who gonna cover me? See here. Bart K, $5 says, I wanted to say you remind me of a Black Wayne Knight, and I could hear you cover Motorhead songs. Also, gonna pick up Aaron Rodgers. I still own you mug. Oh, appreciate that, Bart K. Yeah, check out the merch store down below. I made some Aaron Rodgers I own you mugs and sweaters for Christmas and Thanksgiving for all you people who like to wear your sweaters in the wintertime. But also here, got Justin Morgan, $5. Mac Jones unleashed his inner Ken Shamrock. Yeah, he pulled a freaking Shamrock on him. Pulled a freaking Shamrock on my guy. Tried to send him to the fucking shadow realm.
Put the fucking drop toe hold on him.
Tried to send him to the shadow realm. Now, okay, so in other news, though, I mean, and this is the thing about this week in the NFL. It's kind of wild. In other news, Damon Arnett, the Raiders have officially released him. Why, may you ask? Well, why has a long tail? I'd rather just show you. Let's take a look at this video here. I'm not quite sure what it's all about, but
I would love to know the backstory.
I don't know what the hell is up with cats who can't seem to handle Twitter beefs or Instagram beefs with fans of all things. But apparently, Damon Arnett was threatening to kill a fan for talking shit to him in the DMs. I mean, come on. Okay. You young cats, you young pups, are you fucking really this ignorant? Just last week, your teammate killed somebody driving drunk. Tragic and stupid decision from him. Absolutely horrible. In less than, you ain't even let the week turn. And now your ass is getting cut. Same draft class. Your ass is getting cut because you want to be super thug. I'm going to be super thug I'm going to be football player by day, super thug by night. Let's take a look at, and my guy, That's Good Sports, Brandon Perna, posted this. So shout out to Brandon Perna. Raiders have officially released Damon Arnett. And I mean, this video is like, this is some stupid shit, y'all. Like, I just want to say before we even look at it, just because he got dreads, don't judge us dreadheads by what this dumb motherfucker's doing. Because this shit right here, I would never do. I've never even considered doing this. He did it on TikTok and everything. Like, I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, but this is your boy, Raiders fans out there. This is your boy, Damon Arnett.
That shit 5 minutes away. Pull up, lame ass nigga. I swear to God, I will kill you, nigga. On everything I love, I will kill you, nigga. You talking crazy. Talking about that shit 5 minutes away. Bro.
Hold on. I want to see this. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, he dropped his address in here.
No, he didn't. I didn't see this.
Okay, so let me do a little role play here. So I'll be Damon Arnett, and you can be this purple text here. And we'll go through this and kind of like how I feel like, kind of how we think they talking to each other. Because you know how it is when you texting and you start getting mad and you start texting real gangster-like. Right. And all of a sudden in your head, your voice changes. You'd be like, motherfucker, you don't know who the fuck you talking to, cuz.
You know he put on some black Air Force Ones for this shit.
You know what I mean? He says,
"Yo, this is
probably steal But pussy, drop your addy or stop talking shit.
Boom.
6624 Gossamer Fog Ave. I'm
Pull
in
up.
Vegas. Slide and get tagged, nigga.
Pull up.
Pull up,
can't.
motherfucker.
This kid.
Oh, that shit say 5 miles away. Stay woke, youngin. Youngin? The fuck says that? Pull up right now. Pull up. You say you want? You say, oh, you want a box?
You want a box?
Bet that. Pull up, nigga. Wow.
The fuck?
I mean, I'm
Like, I really
disappointed.
did kill you,
I
nigga.
mean, he just got
I
guns
real
out.
deal kill you, my nigga. I will real deal kill you, my nigga. And I ain't the only one here too, nigga. We got a whole army in this hole. Pull up right now. It's 5 minutes away. All right, pull up right now.
That motherfucker said, I ain't the only one here.
Right.
Well, ain't nobody living there by next week. You got to get a crib. You out. You got
whoever was there, I guarantee they ain't there no more.
You done, son.
They come into the office. Hey, you used to live with Damon, right? Nah, I don't even know who that is.
So, who is your friend by the name of Damon Arnett? Ma'am, I do not know who that person is. Says here that you guys were roommates for No, ma'am, you don't understand. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I have no idea who that guy is.
There's a picture of you two playing Xbox together last night.
Saying friend BFFs, BFFs for life.
Somebody photoshopped that shit.
That's these are lies, fake news,
Man,
fake news.
I'm disappointed, sad.
I mean, isn't it just like why? Like, what is the point of doing that?
What do you have to gain from this? Say the guy does pull up.
Exactly.
You really gonna shoot this motherfucker?
I don't know.
I
After
mean,
seeing what happened last week in Las
maybe
Vegas, I don't know.
Maybe they clearly have issues in Vegas right now.
These cats are having lapses of judgment everywhere in Vegas.
It's time to go back to Oakland.
They're having lapses of judgment everywhere, and like, it's crazy because, like, bruh, what did you think was? Where did he not think this video was gonna get out? I mean, what did he think was gonna happen? I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? You thought the team was gonna be like, oh no, it's cool. You know, we just had a player kill somebody last week. Our head coach had to resign. You know, but you good. We're gonna let this one slide because that's just a TikTok. You know, that could just be role playing for all we know.
Y'all don't need to be doing shit. Go to
this shit is crazy. Like, these cats are just
choir
dumb.
practice, Bible study. Y'all don't need to be doing anything outside of football and going home.
Just dumb. I mean, two dummies back to back. At least he ain't killed nobody this one.
I mean, and what if someone pulled up like a truck full of cats? Get out and kill. I mean, did we learn nothing from Pop Smoke? You know,
that's right. That's really like, if somebody pulled up, is he really going to go outside and just start bucking shots? I mean, if he lives in a nice neighborhood, he has to know that's not happening. You ain't busting shots on nobody. One, because your career is over the moment you do it.
Yep.
And I mean, you got a gate probably at the front of your neighborhood. They can't even get in. My goodness. Talk about just stupid shit.
The kind of folks that probably live in that neighborhood aren't going to stand for that either.
I mean, look at the timeline. The Raiders 2020 draft class will go down as the worst in NFL history. Ruggs, prison, likely. Damon Arnett, cut. Lynn Bowden, traded, no snaps. Starting wide receiver here at Brian Edwards. Tanner Muse, cut, no snaps. Damn, they ain't got nobody back up, benched. But I mean, it's crazy because I thought I saw somebody put something down here. Like, yeah, here we go. That's perfect, bozo.
Wow. And shout out to Mike Mayock.
Oh yeah, for real.
Way to pick
for
him.
real. Because I mean, these cats. Where did he go to college at? Does anybody know where Damon Arnett went to college?
I think he's a Ohio State guy.
Oh, fuck. Well, I mean, not totally surprised. They always were a little rough around the edges out there in Ohio State. But this is he's got to be low-cal of the week for me because this is just dumb. I mean, you're not even. This is such a lack of self-awareness. You don't even understand that you're on a team that is literally like going through the shits right now. Like they're going, not even because y'all ain't even like y'all are playing well enough, but the team itself has gone through a fucking hell of a season. And last week's made it that much more serious. Even like that shit blows away John Gruden's situation.
Right, yeah.
So the simple fact that he went to this length to prove something, I guess. I don't know. I got guns. You know,
me, buddy,
that just shows that
is not the last gun made.
You know what I mean? Like you think you got the only one with them? I mean, come on.
It's America,
but
Jack.
it just kind of shows. It just kind of shows that these cats are not. Some of these guys, not all of them, because this is really like, if you're thinking about it, there's 1,900 players in the NFL, and in the last 10 days, 2 of them have made really dumb decisions. So, you know, this is just a total lack of self-awareness, a total like lack of like, it's like you hear people say, read the room. This is like, dude, like you're on the Raiders. Already a propensity that you guys get arrested a lot anyways. There's a little stereotype about the Raiders players.
Right.
But then on top of that, with everything that's going on in the season, man, you should be focused on football and not even be worried about what fans are. It's a fan trolling you, and you literally react in the worst possible way. Put yourself out there. Now you're out of a job. Quick.
Yep.
Quick. Think some of them think that they're safe when they get drafted. They think they got that safety from being, you know, a first round or a second round, whatever pick. Bro, these motherfuckers will cut your ass. They don't care. If you do, you can do enough to get cut. I promise you.
Right, exactly.
You can do enough to get cut. That's for sure.
I hope the young man gets whatever help he needs.
I mean, the thing
like
is, I don't even think that he's having like there ain't no mental health issues there. He's just being a dumbass. He was trying to be a tough guy, and your bosses showed you who really tough when they cut your ass. Get the fuck out of my office, Arnett. The fuck out of my office.
Yeah, he's about to be in some places that's going to require some toughness.
You know what I mean? He's lucky. I mean, you know, I guess he's not gonna get hit with no charges for nothing like that, but. I mean, you just lost your job. What else do you want?
Where do you go from here?
You know what I mean? All right, we got a super chat here. Jason Gaines, $10. He says, Justin, what was it like going against D tackles Jonathan Babineau, Corey Peters, Grady Jack? Oh, we had Big Grady in Jacksonville. Grady Jackson and Paul Soliai in practice. Also, did you have to block John Abraham in practice or training camp?
Whew.
Appreciate that, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that. Luckily, I never had to block Abe. That would have been short and not too sweet. But all the other guys, you know, everyone brought something a little bit different to the table. I probably went against Babs the most. We were closest in age, and you know, we're always
same year. Yeah, we was all same year, right? I played against him when he was at Iowa.
I think he's a year above me. One year above me.
He's a year above me then too, because we came in the same year.
But it was good to have some of those vet guys like Grady, Paul, and Babs was pretty established by the time I got there. But always imparting some wisdom. Maybe one-on-ones wouldn't always go my way. Like, hey, look, you did this, and this is what I saw. So I, went over here, countered with this. You're gonna see, this move this coming week. They're gonna be looking for this, so you can't set, this way. You open up your soft shoulder, and I just, ran up the field on it. I knew you're gonna try to run me by, so then I countered inside, something like that.
Counter back inside. That's that opening them hips too quick.
Yeah, I mean, these cats are, smart guys, and they've had long careers for a reason. And, we were very fortunate to have guys that didn't mind, showing you behind the green curtain a little bit, what's really going on. So I mean, early on, I switched from tackle to guard coming in the league, and I mean, I was a little behind, the learning curve, just from being used to playing tackle, even though probably more of a guard body type.
Yeah,
just everything happens so much quicker, on the inside.
You didn't have that time to get that nice kick going back.
Right? Yeah. You generally just have to look one way playing tackle.
Yeah,
and this shit popping off every which way. It seems like in front of you, behind you, left, right, side to side,
bullets,
everything.
Live ammunition.
So it did take me a while to learn. Like, hey, just get your hands on cats fast.
Yeah,
it's a completely different
up on them quick.
Completely different ball game. Just moving 3 feet one way or another. I know people always ask, "Oh man, you can play one, you can play all 5. It doesn't matter." Like, nah. There are a few
different. Look,
there's a few guys that can pull it off, but
there's a few
different beast.
I played tackle in 2 minute for one practice. They had me play right tackle. And this is like, I was right guard, starting the right guard. This is like 5 years starting the right guard. Yeah. Like, yeah, just in case we need you, because we're short on linemen this week, we're going to put you at right tackle in 2 minutes, let you get some reps there. Bro, I was like, I don't need, bro, I acted like I knew what I was doing. I had my nice little stance, had the right leg back. And I'm just looking over, and I do my kick. And then I was like, oh shit! This is fast. He's coming fast. Oh my god! And it was like the loneliest. I was like, "Where's my help? Ain't no inside help, motherfuckers.
Right?
No help. I'm just by myself over here blocking Jeremy Mincy the whole time."
We're 5
all out of control.
Everybody.
OCS.
Yeah, it's a different beast. Thank God I didn't have to block him very often.
Different inside and outside got they different little perks.
But when I did have to block him, that means it was like a TE or something. So by the time he came in there, if it's not a free look or a free run for him, he's gonna shut it down. Most ends when they loop inside aren't really trying to really get too physical.
Yeah. The DNs, I love when DNs come inside. When DNs come inside, I'd be like, well, welcome to the big league, son.
If you just
bring your ass up in here.
If you just see each other, they're gonna be like, "All right, I'm good."
They be like, "Nah." They just keep sliding down the line.
I'm gonna find somewhere else.
Just keep going. Like, nope. That happened one time with Dwight Freeney. They ran a blitz off the edge. He came to the inside. He was coming towards me, and I'm like, "Whoo, look at his." I'm like, "Man, he a little bit shorter than I thought he was."
Right.
I'm like, "Oh, I'm finna put hands on this cat." And he was like, he slowed up and then just went to the other side of the line, kept shuffling over. I said, "Damn."
Hey, don't make a business decision.
Hey, they don't, that's a business decision right there. That's a career choice. Yeah, I'm not going in there. That's not what I get paid to do. Don't get paid to mess with guards. But yeah, so anyways, that was appreciate that super chat there. Jason, we got some good content out of that. Now, next up, from dummies to liars. Let's take a look here.
I already know what this
now,
is.
Everybody knows about the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. You know what? I was literally making a video on this, and I wanted to wait one day to kind of like see what like the aftermath of it was going to be. And then I was like, you know what? Let me wait and see how this game plays out. And then after seeing, that Jordan Love clearly is not ready to be the quarterback to take over the offense. And to a certain extent, I feel like the coaching staff has a little bit of a complicity in the shortcomings that they had last night, because they did not really give him a playbook that would allow them to actually like stretch the field, be, a dynamic offense like they are with Aaron Rodgers. It seemed to me like they cut that playbook down to the basics to try and just, manage their way through a game, and it failed. But the whole situation with Aaron Rodgers and this I'm immunized thing. What is your, I mean, we talked just a little bit about it before we started up the show. What is your take on the situation? Knowing what you know, having heard, what he said in August, and then now, and then on top of that, the shit he said on Pat McAfee's show.
I was getting
like,
rich.
bruh.
I think he believes he was right. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he believes he was right.
I think he thinks he was right too.
But
just because you think you're right does not mean
everyone else in the world knows
right.
he was being slick. Right, exactly.
Yeah, like totally being slick. He was totally being slick. Anybody who says any different to try and defend Aaron Rodgers, you full of shit like he is. Because he was being slick. And, I actually had a good amount of time to really kind of think about this, giving myself the weekend to just let it kind of sink in, and then to see things and to get more info about what specifically he was talking about, and then what is actually like proven science. And this is the shit that's crazy to me. Couple things. One, Aaron Rodgers is a narcissist. You can tell he's a narcissist because the entire time he tried to paint himself as the victim. The victim of what, bruh? What are you the victim of? There's nobody who was trying to make you anything. You're the one who said you were immunized.
Right.
And then when it comes that you caught COVID and you have been unvaccinated the whole time, which is a whole nother story because he's been going around without masks the entire time this season.
Shooting commercials,
like up in people's faces.
Right, going to all these parties and
throwing John Wick parties at Halloween. Like, come on, dude. You lied. And then when you listen to what he said about why he let me back up a second. Okay, when this motherfucker said this right here, I started laughing. I was like, you gotta be fucking, you out your goddamn mind. When he was like, I said I was immunized. And then he pivoted over to, now, had the media done their job and asked me a follow-up question, I would have answered with this. And I'm like, bitch. You would have answered with this. And then he started going off about how all this shit that you easily could have made up the day before and try to present it as that was your frame of mind then. Like, bruh, are you serious? Are you really thinking we're going to buy that? You're insulting the entire world's intelligence. And look, we're pretty dumb. We're pretty dumb, not going to lie. But we're not that fucking dumb.
I was born tonight.
I mean, most of us.
But not last night, motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker start going into this, all this shit. I would have said that I had an allergy to the mRNA vaccines. So then that left the Johnson & Johnson. But the Johnson & Johnson got pulled because of blood clotting issues, which is like, okay. Slow down, Aaron. One, which ingredient are you allergic to in the mRNA viruses or vaccines? Which ingredient are you allergic to?
This isn't the only vaccine that uses that technology.
Exactly. Now, on top of that,
those other vaccines too.
Exactly. On top of that, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was paused because of 6 cases out of 6.8 million doses administered.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. This motherfucker was literally on a hamster wheel, just running his feet, yapping his mouth, going on and on. I mean,
Like, you're better off just saying nothing.
Bruh.
I mean, this is like some shit I would have dealt with my parents back when I was a little kid.
Bruh, be a leader and just say you ain't vaccinated. Like all the other quarterbacks and receivers who decided not to get it, just say you ain't get it.
Yeah, didn't do it.
He was over here talking about, oh, there was a witch hunt. When a motherfucker, anytime somebody says witch hunt, I want to backhand their ass. It's like, bitch, ain't nobody worried about you. Not like that.
This is all you're doing.
I mean, come on. Look, this guy, Aaron Rodgers, and this is how I 100% feel about this. He's a coward. Why is he a coward? He's a coward because when he explained that there was a witch hunt going on players who weren't vaccinated, and he obviously, people they were seeking out people to shame people for not being vaccinated, and I wanted to avoid that kind of attention on us. That means you were fucking scared. You didn't want people you didn't want to hear people talking bad about you. You were scared. You was being a little coward. You didn't want to have to deal with that. I'll tell you what, as much as I disagree with how Cole Beasley was handling this shit, I got respect for him for coming out and saying it.
Yeah.
I got respect for it.
Hey, this is me. This is what I think.
Kirk Cousins
left it at
came
that.
out and said it. He said, fuck it, put me in a plexiglass box. He said, put me in a plexiglass box.
He said,
I ain't getting the shit.
I'm willing to die behind this.
I'm willing to die behind this. If I die, I die. That's what he said.
Well, damn. I can't even argue with that.
I can't even get mad at you, cuz.
This man willing to die.
He said, I'm a ride and die for mine. These were men who had balls to stand in front of a podium in front of reporters who all were going to hammer him on this vaccination thing. They did it. They stood up there and they did it. And you know what? The ones who wanted to fucking dodge it, they just said, you know what? Personal thing. You can snicker at them all you want. But hey, what else are you gonna do? Well, you can't ask me no more questions.
Yeah.
So you had different avenues you could have taken that would have one, just provided you a short-term inconvenience. But no, the great Aaron Rodgers cannot be inconvenienced for a short period of time. Short-term inconvenience, maybe a couple of articles written about how you're anti-vax or whatever, but hey, that's for other people to say. If you're not, you're not. I don't have look, I am vaccinated, but I'm not going to try and tell someone else that they must get vaccinated. If they don't want to get vaccinated, then don't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
But like the NFL said, you got a choice. You get vaccinated, this is what we got. If you don't, this is what we got. You can still play, you can still work, you can still get paid, everything, but you got to be on your P's and Q's.
You masked up every day.
No games, motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah. You know what it is.
You know what it is. We ain't moving no games. You can play, ain't no issue if you're not vaccinated. But we ain't moving no games if you get sick, and you will miss a game if you do. At least one. So to me, he's a coward, because only a coward gets up there and puts himself in a position to look for some kind of sympathy, because you want to spin it as you're being attacked. Motherfucker, nobody said a word to you. You the one who said all this shit. And then you go completely off the fucking rails. I'm being chased by a woke mob. A woke motherfucker, nobody said nothing.
I think at some point he quoted MLK in all of this. I believe he quoted MLK at some point.
Oh, sweet fucking Jesus.
He had a moral obligation.
Oh my God,
to
I almost
defy
fucking forgot.
An unjust rule.
I almost forgot. This motherfucker.
As if, anti-vaxxers were being lynched or, denied access to fair housing practices or whipped and separated from their families.
You know what I mean? You motherfucker, Aaron Rodgers. Man, you know what? I was a fan of that motherfucker. Fuck him. He wanted to quote Martin Luther King. You want to compare? How could you ever in your life think that anything you're dealing with a fucking vaccination shot is in any way comparable to what Martin Luther King was talking about in that quote, especially in the context of that quote, which he said that quote from behind jail bars after getting arrested and beaten by cops for silent and peacefully protesting. The fuck out of here. You are a coward ass, bitch ass, wannabe fucking intellectual who doesn't really, you're not really with it, bro. And on top of that,
there's no danger. There is zero danger from taking his stance. People are laying down their lives.
Zero. People were walking into fucking war. Basically, they were walking into enemy territory.
And dogs sicked on them.
Dogs
hoses
getting kidnapped on their way back to their hotels and murdered and lynched.
That's just the stuff they'll tell us about.
Yeah, and then the shit we ain't never hear about on top of that. Hell, MLK his damn self. He was just woke up, he was just got done eating breakfast, and a motherfucker sniped him from across the way. So how in the world do you think you can ever compare yourself or even use a quote to apply to yourself as if you're being oppressed somehow? You're fucking making $30 million a year. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously.
Yeah, this one blew me away.
This guy is a narcissist, arrogant prick for what he did. And again, I almost gave him a pass. I almost did because I like him. I've always liked Aaron Rodgers.
Always seemed like a good stand-up dude.
I almost gave him a pass, but the more I thought about it, I'm glad I didn't make that video immediately, because the more I thought about it, I'm like, you a bitch. Because you could have handled this so much. You could have just been straight up, bro, and it would have been over with. You never have to think about it again. Could have just been straight up, and you chose not to.
Yeah, when's the
last
last
time you chose not to because you didn't want to receive criticism, because you can't take criticism because you think everything you do is right.
Right.
You think everything you do is right. You think all your ideas are the best ideas, I'm sure.
When was the last time we mentioned Cole Beasley?
You know what I mean? Like, nobody's talking about Cole Beasley, Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen, other than when he got his ass beat by Josh Allen. Nobody's even talking about their situations with.
Honestly, we wouldn't even be talking about Kyrie if New York didn't have the law that prevented him from, playing
we wouldn't even be talking about Kyrie. We wouldn't even be talking about him if
that's the only reason it's an issue.
He's in a state that has a mandate. Yeah, he's in a state that has a mandate. He's fucked. He's kind of fucked. It is what it is for him. But
you would deal with your 24-hour news cycle of, oh my God, this guy's bucking the system. And then move on.
And then on top of that, dude, Joe Rogan. He said Joe Rogan, like, motherfuckers was gonna be like,
oh, my bad. Please carry on.
Expert in the field.
Please carry on.
Absolutely. Hey, Aaron, you got it, man. You got the juice, buddy.
Why didn't you say that at first?
Why didn't you just say you talked to Joe Rogan? We would have dropped this post haste post, whatever you want to call it. Shit. We would have stopped talking about this instantly, brother. He said, I talked to Joe Rogan, my now good friend. I consulted. He said, I consulted. Motherfucker, he's a fucking podcast host. I mean, come on, dude. Look, I don't know if you saw Joe Rogan when he caught COVID. Look, he came on and did a video after he caught it. Like, he came on like 5-6 days later because the motherfucker was getting his ass kicked for 5 or 6 days. And he was taking everything. Now, come on, these guys are millionaires. Like, this motherfucker has a $100 million contract with Spotify. He took everything. He took a kitchen sink approach.
Right.
You know what I mean? He took monoclonal antibodies, whatever the fuck they want to call it, Regeneron. Like, bro, these are things that these are in the same boat as the vaccine for some of these people as far as like what they're saying their problem is with it.
Right.
Shit, that shit ain't approved by the FDA. It's only got emergency authorization. the vaccine is approved by the FDA. Anyways, this is like when Joe Rogan came on, even he was talking all this shit about, oh, I'm taking Evervector, whatever the fuck that shit is called. This dude looked like he had just been like starved for like 3 days. His face was gray as hell. His eyes were glassy. He had that look on his face like it still hurt to talk. Like, but he was like, I'm totally fine. Totally fine. You know? It's like, dude, you're consulting. You said consult. You should have just said, I talked to him on the phone. He gave me some suggestions.
As if he was
running.
Wouldn't
have laughed as hard.
As if he was running some type of medical company.
Yeah, as if this motherfucker is like, you know what
authority
I mean?
on epidemiology.
On anything that has to do with anything behind science at all, because he's not. He has no authority at all in those. None whatsoever in anything that has to do with anything about medicine or science. He is a podcast host. You literally, and did you see you saw the video, right? Did you see the video when he talked to them?
No. I would actually love to see this.
I gotta show you this shit, dude. Because he's talking to Pat McAfee and AJ Hawk. And I'm telling you, dude, and he said Joe Rogan, these motherfuckers almost bust out laughing. That shit was, hold on. Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee. Oh man. These cats almost bust out laughing at this dude. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Wait. That's not it.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me see if I can find it here on this real quick. Hold up. Like these motherfuckers almost bust out laughing at this cat.
And that's his man's, you know?
Hold up, I got it.
So I feel like he's on their show. Like they have a pretty good rapport. I think he's opened up to those guys.
Yeah, that's his boy. Yeah, they cool like that. Here we go. This is where he says this shit. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let me share this. These cats almost laughed. They was looking at him like, well, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Shit. All right, let me see here. Here we go. Boom, boom. All right, here's the clip.
I'm 48 hours in, and I consulted with a now good friend of mine, Joe Rogan, after he got COVID. And I've been doing a lot of the stuff that he recommended in his podcasts. And, you know,
AJ Hawk even got a smirk on his face like, oh, shit.
I'm going to have the best immunity possible now based on the 2.5 million.
I'm going to have the best immunity possible now. As if that's a fact. Because Joe Rogan. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Like, again, dude, I don't care if he doesn't want to be vaccinated. That's fine. You don't have to be to play football. But if you're going to sit here and tell us with a straight fucking face that you did your research, that you got 500 pages of research that you sent to the NFL, and when they asked you, well, how did the NFL respond to that? Oh, they basically looked at me like I was some kind of quack. It's like, yes,
there's a reason.
That is what they will do because they got scientists that they're talking to, and you brought them 500 pages off the fucking internet.
They got a lot more time than you.
They've been digging into this a lot longer than you have, buddy. And immediately you see on Pat McAfee's face,
He had to
he's
cover
just
his
like,
mouth.
he's hiding his mouth. Like
Dog, did he really just say this shit?
this nigga tripping. He tripping. He tripping. Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
I know
the feed.
I know he ain't say what I think he just said. I know he ain't say that.
Cut the whole damn feed.
We're having trouble hearing you, Aaron.
So we have some technical difficulties there. We'll get back with Aaron Rodgers here in about 10 minutes. As soon as
sounds
we
like you
call
said
him
Hulk
and ask
Hogan?
him a couple of questions.
Did you say Hulk Hogan?
You said I think he said met with Hulk Hogan there. I don't know if it was did you say Hulk Hogan or Joe Rogan? I don't know. Couldn't have been Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not an expert in anything. Yeah, he's not even an expert in fucking MMA, and he does that for a living.
Right.
Let me see here. So
a novice trainer.
I say all that really, and this is the kind of long ass buildup you can expect from me. I say all that to show you folks this, because who else? And I mean, of course, this person is a legend in radio. So I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is going to be, touting Joe Rogan as somebody that he can put out there as somebody who can be seen as an authority, then let's look at what our buddy Howard Stern had to say about Aaron Rodgers. This is Howard Stern talking today about Aaron Rodgers. And, just to give this a little bit of context, Howard Stern, not a football fan, doesn't understand really how football protocols work when it comes to, breaking rules and being punished. So he gets a little wild here with his solution for this. But I think for the most part, he's not wrong about what he's saying here. Let's listen.
I was so worked up over the weekend about this fucking Aaron Rodgers of the NFL. I don't even know where to begin with that story. I mean, this fucking guy, I don't watch football. Sorry, I'm not a big fan. I know the guy's a real good football player. That's why they put up with his bullshit. If I ran the NFL,
he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, that he's important to the franchise.
if I was if there was decency in this world, I would throw this guy out of the football league so fast. What he did to his fellow teammates. And, bravo, Terry Bradshaw, for what you said and everyone else who's got half a brain in this country. But this fucking guy, they should throw him out of the league so fast with the guy who crashed his car at 153 miles an hour. And some poor lady was walking her dog, and the dog and the lady burned up in his car because he hit him. And the last words out of her were just screams of pain from the fire.
Mm.
I mean, he's facing 40 years in jail. It should be a life sentence. I mean, he just essentially just killed someone with his car. But he should be thrown out of the league, which he was, I assume. And Aaron Rodgers, come on, dude. Really? That whole bullshit game. Yeah, I have the antibodies. Now, first of all, I don't know where these guys get their information from. They refuse. He at the press conference, he said he got his information from Joe Rogan. With all due respect, Joe Rogan's
Why would you
guy.
go to Joe Rogan with a medical problem?
Yeah, you got doctors who study in medical school. I don't know what has happened to this country.
You might as well go to Howard Stern for your medical information.
You might as well go to Howard Stern.
What's his opinion on this?
Shit, dude. Hey, come to me, bro. I give you some advice.
I got a podcast. Let's go.
You know what I mean? I got a podcast. I'll give you some advice. Shit.
He's a little misinformed with some of the Henry Ruggs information.
Yeah, he missed some of the details there. I mean, the woman was driving.
That's not what we're
she was
talking
in her
about.
car.
Yeah.
And what else was it? She was driving.
He is out of the league.
Yeah, and Ruggs is out the league. Yeah, he's officially out the league. I mean, he's been cut. He will never be signed.
Yeah, that's over.
I mean, I would say there's literally probably no chance he would be signed, even if he somehow, some way, some unbelievable set of occurrences, he gets off on this, which is not going to happen. Even if that did happen, he would not. There's no team that's going to fucking sign him.
Yeah,
Bro, you're a fucking. You are on a blacklist. You understand what that means, son? It means nobody is fucking with you. We don't give a fuck if you want a 3-9. Like we ain't finna. I mean, who was the last guy to get Dante Stallworth?
Stallworth had that.
Dante Stallworth had that incident. That was a different NFL.
True, different day and age.
Sort of. Different age in the NFL.
The victim was also drunk. Not that makes it okay by any means.
And
but
the victim,
it
doesn't make it okay, but that gives you an out from the legal side. He wasn't at a crosswalk. He was jaywalking when he got hit. You know, I think he still paid that family like $2 million.
Yeah, I think he settled out. Or was there maybe a civil case or something like that? But
yeah, civil case. I think he ended up giving him $2 million.
Did he do some time?
No, he did not do time. He did get like 8 years probation or something like that. 8 or 10 years probation, driver's license permanently fucking suspended. You know, so many hours of community service, not allowed to drink. And he was out of the NFL for like 2 seasons, I think. And then he was able to get back in. But he did actually, you know, when you kind of follow up on if you follow up on his life after that, he did kind of flip it. You know what I mean? He did kind of change at least his image as we see it. And we never heard any issues of him being in any kind of troubles after that, you know, and he had a couple more years in the league before he ended up retiring. Yeah. So, you know, I mean,
he did whatever was required of him by the law. So if this young man does the same, I mean,
he's done.
I don't imagine that. I don't imagine that he'll be out in time to have a career.
Yeah, he won't be out before he'll be fucking 60 when he gets out. I mean, you know, I don't think they're going to give him 40 years, but I think they'll give him he'll get like 10.
Like Dante Stallworth,
he'll get 10. He'll do like 8. He'll do like 6.
So it puts him right around 30.
Right around 30. Yeah, you're done.
I mean, best case.
Yeah, best case scenario, you can like try and get some exposure talking about you coming back, but you not because ain't nobody gonna sign you.
This is a little bit different ball game than what Dante had.
Yeah. No. You're definitely right about that. This is not the same. Okay, so those are some of the bigger stories, you know, as far as just the kind of shit show that this last week in the NFL has been. Now, as far as the scores go, you know, we'll go through these fairly quickly here. Tonight we got Bears and Steelers. They are getting underway. I think they've just got underway as we speak. So, you know, that's probably going to be a boring ass game. Colts beat the Jets. I think everybody knew that was going to happen. Browns come away with a win against the Bengals. Joe Burrow completely fucked off this game. Again, I feel like we keep seeing this with most teams in the NFL that kind of shoot up and their arrow points straight up. They go up, and then they just come crumbling right the fuck back down. Joe Burrow a couple weeks ago looked like a quarterback who was about to lead these Bengals to to unprecedented success as of recent with how he taken command of the team. He had that leadership. I mean, you could see it. He had the confidence. You know, and I'm not saying he doesn't still have the ability or he doesn't still have the confidence, but they got their ass kicked 41-16 by the Browns. Browns came in. Browns had to have this win. They've been sliding.
Not long ago, people were talking about Joe Burrow as a dark horse, MVP. I don't think it was going to happen.
We done went through a few of them this year. A few MVP like guys for like 2 weeks and then they're out of it. I mean, hell, we were just talking about Josh Allen being that guy a couple weeks ago. Now he's out of. I mean, he's not out of it, but he's taking a big lump. Dak Prescott, he took. I mean, they look like shit.
Everybody that had a chance. Matter of fact, I think, according to Vegas, I believe Tom Brady ascended to the top of the pile by not playing. Is how bad this fucking week was.
I think Josh Allen's still.
Oh, he's still up.
He's still favorite.
Oh, okay.
Tom Brady's still like big favorite. I think he's like plus 250, and Tom Brady's like plus like 4 something.
Okay.
But I mean, hell, one more bad game, it'll happen. One more bad game.
6 points. Whew.
No. Broncos just slapped the shit out the Cowboys. They slapped the Cowboys all around the field. And Dak Prescott looked very bad. Let me see here. Let me share this.
Yeah, I actually wasn't able to see this one because of the blackout rules.
Yeah, blackout rules. Yep, that same shit for me. I was pissed. Let's see. So Cowboys, man. A week ago, we were saying that these Broncos were dead in the water. Any given Sunday, boy, I tell you.
Right.
I mean, this 16 points is that's all fluff.
And that's
that came at the end of the game when the shit was already decided.
Right. And this is the best offense in football, statistically.
Statistically, the best offense in football, which if you are a football historian, at least in recent time for the Dallas Cowboys, this is exactly this is what they are. Paper champs. Cowboys have always been paper champs. They have number 1 rankings in all kinds of categories, and then they get their ass beat by a team that they should have ran through fairly easily. I mean, but at the end of the day, it starts and it ends with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott had a very bad day. The offense did not look crisp at all. Just looking at the highlights, it just was not the kind of game that, it's the kind of game that you kind of expect. It's what you expect from the Cowboys if you're not a Cowboys fan. I'll just say that, because if you're not a Cowboys fan, this is nothing new to see the Cowboys, lose.
Yeah, this almost, just by going by the box score and reading what I could about the game, it seemed as if they damn near sleptwalked through this fucking game.
Yeah, like they just weren't ready for the game. They got hit in their face, and they, the plan went out the window once they got their their front teeth knocked out. They said, "Shit, what we gonna do?"
Hey, have you tried to embarrass me on TV?
Mike McCarthy just calling all kinds of wild shit. Double reverse screen pass, tight end wheel.
Boy.
Cowboys did not look good. I mean, good thing for them. This is a interconference matchup, so it doesn't really mean shit to their divisional situation, but
right.
Doesn't look good because now they're on film getting their ass beat. Next team is going to use that.
But fortunately, the tide was down for all the top teams this week.
Oh man, all the top teams got beat. Dolphins beat the Texans. That's not really worth talking about. I mean, this was just two shitty teams having shitty years. Somebody had to win. It's
Somebody
a Tank Bowl.
win. Someone's got to win. Who's gonna get
Falcons?
Who's gonna get first dibs on Odell?
You know what I mean? Falcons got that dub against them Saints, and that one was good.
That was a good game right there.
Yeah, that was a good game. Superdome is hard to play in, man. It's a hard spot to play in. I played there one time, and I was like, shit, I don't want to play in this motherfucker no more.
And it's twice as hard
as hell.
Twice as hard for us to play there.
Oh yeah, divisional. Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
That shit. Oh my god.
And just like the Falcons are at 500.
Yeah.
And 3-1. Let me see, 3-1 in the division, right?
Yeah, I think most folks probably had them written off.
These motherfuckers are at the top of the. Well, they're probably tied with Tampa.
Yeah, probably tied with Tampa. Because I think Who did Tampa lose? They lost
I think
to
they're tied
the
with Tampa.
Rams.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really, Falcons would need to beat the Rams then.
Right. But still solid win. Well, who was the quarterback for the Saints this game? Was it Simeon?
Simeon, yeah.
Okay.
Simeon, I mean, let's see what his stats look like. I mean, 94 QB rating.
I mean, that's
2 touchdowns. Dude is balling.
good enough to win. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 touchdown passes. That's usually good to win for QB.
But I
mean,
Matty
look at
went
his
ham.
rating. He has 100 more yards passing, and he got about 40 points on him on QB rating.
Yeah, he went ham.
Hey, man, that was a little vintage right there from Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, man, he still can throw the ball, man. I don't know what people hating for. He look like he can still throw it. Now, this is Alvin Kamara doesn't get enough touches to me. I don't know why the cat don't be like. What is it with cats not giving these guys touches?
I do not understand it. He needs to be getting the ball 25 times a game.
Yeah,
not necessarily carries, but between carries and receptions.
He got to get touches, offensive touches.
Right. I don't think there's too many guys that need to be carrying the ball 25 times a game. Maybe Zeke. I mean, Derrick Henry before the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Najee Harris right now.
Yep, Najee Harris for sure.
Some of these bigger, bruising type physique guys can handle that type. But that's not a recipe for success when you have a dynamic player like that.
Yeah,
I need to be figuring out every way I possibly can get him the ball, especially with no Mike Thomas in the game either. Out for the year.
Yeah, Mike Thomas done for the season. Yeah, definitely got to get him the ball. Definitely got to get him the ball. But Falcons found a way to get it done, man. So they're in it. They're in the thick of things.
Yeah, right.
Right
in the mix.
Raiders lose to the Giants.
The Raiders.
The Giants have now strung 2 in a row together.
We call that a streak.
We call that a streak.
Oh shit! Yeah, I thought they
beat the Raiders. The Raiders, hey, the Raiders, I didn't catch this game. I didn't really get to take a look at it, but the Raiders are doing surprisingly well for with all things being considered.
Yeah, it's got to be a fucking shit show in that building right now.
These motherfuckers are hanging on by a thread. I'm telling you, they are hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, there ain't no studying happening there. Golly.
I mean, it's literally like, who's next?
Yeah.
Who's about to fuck up next? See, I knew that shit. I knew that kind of shit was going to happen if they went to Vegas, dude. I didn't know that kind of thing was going to happen with Ruggs, but I knew that it would be a lot more, they'd be a lot more susceptible. Players would be way more susceptible to making bad choices.
Yeah, I was like,
NFL should never put a team in Las Vegas.
Guys will be partying and this, that, and the other. That's reasonable.
They can just party all night, every night.
Right.
Just be out. Like, I mean, and look, there's nothing to do once you get outside the strip. But I mean, shit, they right by the strip. So what's the problem? They just gonna be out there kicking it.
I mean, the Golden Knights have meant. Also, you wouldn't know if a hockey player got in trouble. But those Canadian fuckers, they're crazy, and they've managed to not, have a ton of incidents. I believe they went to the Stanley Cup.
Hockey's a little bit different. They built a little different. They're not there to really, well, no, that's not true because I gambled with the one cat who
they party.
They party. I gambled with the guy who owes like the Cosmo like $2 million.
Oh shit. But that's the kind of trouble that's the trouble they're gonna get into.
Yeah, they're getting in with the Sharks, getting down with the Sharks. But really, the Raiders are holding it together fairly well. I can't even get mad at them. Patriots beat the life out the Panthers. Sam Darnold has reverted back to Sam Darnold 1.0, seeing ghosts. He is they're already making plans to draft the quarterback, I'm sure, in Carolina, or to try and move on from him in some way come the offseason time, because it's not going to work.
Yep.
They started off 3-0.
Yeah.
And
The pro scouting
you know,
department's got to be putting in overtime right now.
oh yeah. The scouts are freaking getting the war room ready for the draft right now.
I'm not even sure there's a consensus first round quarterback out there right now.
There's not. It's a weak quarterback class. That's what they're saying. It's a weak quarterback class this draft. Not a lot of players that people are really like trying to get.
Yeah, so I'm probably trying to put some kind of package together, maybe throw a draft pick in there to get a pro quarterback, an existing vet. I don't know what they do from here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just kind of. This is year 2 for who is it? Rule?
Yeah,
head coach?
Yeah, year 2.
The cat who came from Baylor?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
I mean, shit, he's doing better than Urban Meyer. Fuck. He got 4 wins at least. No, Patriots had a good game this game. But, again, it's really it's crazy because if you're looking at it, they're 4-0 in their division. Damn.
Look who's in the division. They're always
Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo. I take that back. Have they played Buffalo yet?
I think they beat Buffalo.
Did they beat? Yeah, Buffalo.
No,
Yeah, Buffalo's lost 3 times.
No, they haven't played him yet.
Okay.
Ooh, they got them in the back. They got both their games are against Buffalo. Or they play Buffalo twice in 3 weeks.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That always happens, I feel like, towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we gotta get this extra division game back in.
Yeah, they're gonna get the division games over there for sure. Let's see here. So Patriots got it done. It looks like Belichick's figuring it out. I think, honestly, aside from the cheap shit, I think Mac Jones is actually a perfect fit for New England. And I think he's gonna be like, I feel like he probably will be like Tom Brady 2.0.
Yeah.
It'll get there. He's already exhibiting a lot of the same, traits as a passer. He's not a runner, but he's got great vision in the pocket. He looks like he makes, he's made some bad decisions. He's a rookie, but he's made a lot of good decisions too. So
I think he's certainly got a lot of potential. Seems like a really heady guy.
Yeah.
Just keep your cool when you throw a pick, and just normally tackle people if you have to.
Yeah. Terminal Sports got another super chat here, $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Terminal Sports. He says, bro, you want to talk about big team issues in hockey? Look at the Chicago Blackhawks situation. Yes.
Yeah, we touched on that.
We have talked about that. We discussed that at length last week, I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's not a byproduct of being in a big city. I think that's more what we were getting at, was the issue of being in Vegas is going to lead to these sort of things. This could happen anywhere. I mean, hell, look at State College, Sandusky. This shit can happen all over the place. I hate it. Absolutely. Hate
it sucks. But that situation with the Blackhawks, that's something that can happen in any organization and has probably happened in more than we know.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. And it's really, we saw what happened with the Olympic gymnast team and how they got treated by that Nasser motherfucker. And, that's on the women's side. But now we saw that there's a situation like that on the men's side.
Yeah. So,
we went through that in depth. Go look at go back through the Lineman Life playlists, and you will find last week's live stream. I think it was last Wednesday or the week before. We talked about that.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, a couple Wednesdays back, right? Yeah, a couple Wednesdays back, we talked about that. We went in depth with it, man. So go check it out, and it's good stuff. It's good. It's a good discussion that we had about it. All right, let's keep going here. Ooh, there it is. Allen and Allen. Allen v. Allen. Josh Allen versus Josh Allen. The Jaguars on Victory Monday get the win against the Bills, 9-6, 6-9.
fucking baseball score.
You know what I mean? Like this score is just like, where was you guys' offense? Matter of fact, I do kind of want to see what did the offenses do. Okay. Oh my God.
Was Trevor Lawrence pulled or was he injured?
He got injured he sprained his ankle.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. His backup. I mean, he had 2 passes, but his QB rating 118. I know that. Josh Allen, 31 for 47, 264. You know, Josh Allen's passing stats, if you look at him in the NFL, he's middle of the pack in everything. He's not really at the top. He's only in the top 10 in 2 passing categories.
I believe accuracy has always been a bit of an issue, even going back to, was he from Wyoming?
He went to Central Michigan.
Okay. I don't think that's ever been like a strong suit of his.
Whoa. Get the fuck out of here.
Snap to Josh.
Oh, they're trying to get me demonetized. Look at him. No, but
tremendously strong arm.
He's got a strong arm. His
one of the biggest in the league.
He's like 65% this year. I think he's at 65%. So I mean, that's like middle of the pack. You know his stats really kind of mimic. If you go back and look at them, Cam Newton's stats from when he was in Carolina, middle of the pack, all the way through, dude. His entire all like 5 or 6.
Oh my God!
Come on, stop it!
This is getting out of hand.
ESPN, what the fuck?
This is amazing that's like an average quarterback now. 65% used to be really fucking good,
dude. That's what I thought. I thought 65% was supposed to be like you're in the top 10.
I mean, go back and look at like Troy Aikman. I think he was like a 60% career passer. Or some of these like Bradshaws of the world. And granted, it was a different game, obviously. I mean, a lot of those guys they still call their own plays back then. You know, they just had the fucking sleeve, and you know there was no radio. They was just like, all right, we like this on 3rd down. Here we go.
Yeah.
So completely different ball game. Analytics weren't a thing, but no one was completing 70% of their fucking passes up until like the last 3 to 5 years.
No. I mean, 70% is like unheard of. I felt like.
Yeah.
It's unheard of for like more than like 1 or 2 guys. And there's like, I mean, 65% in your middle of the pack. That means that like, 15 guys are sitting around 70%. Like what?
Like that's like some fucking 7-on-7 type shit.
You know what I mean?
Damn near out there throwing on air.
Look at their QBRs, 26 and 37. Jeez. 118 yards. I mean, this is the problem in Jacksonville, is that our play calling is so bad that's what our quarterback stat lines look like. But we got the win. So, hey, fuck all the negative talk. We got the win, buddy. Moving on. Vikings lose to the Ravens. Vikings had a 14-point lead on the Ravens with like 8 minutes left in the game.
I was gonna say Lamar did his thing and clawed back into this one. Really,
Ravens Ravens are making me, or beginning to make me a believer again, because I kind of lost faith in what they were doing there, just because it looked like teams figured them out. But these guys have clawed their way to prominence in this season, 6-2, 4-1. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdown passes. He's proven people wrong about his passing game. He's proven them wrong. Again, he proved me wrong because I thought he regressed, but he's picking it up.
I feel like they always do this in the regular season, though.
Yeah, I feel like,
he has looked tremendous in the last few regular seasons, and he's getting better in the postseason. I think they won the A game last year playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
last year they went out. Who'd they play against first round? They got knocked out first round, I thought.
Did they? They may have. I know he's got at least one playoff victory.
I don't don't know.
I feel like he got.
Check on that because I don't think he does.
I feel like people
I
were
think
like,
he got
"Oh, he's
knocked
finally
out.
able
He
to
got
hump."
knocked out by the Titans 2 years ago. He got knocked out by the Titans 2 years ago, first game. Then last year they got knocked out first game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, they beat the Titans.
Oh, they beat no. When? Last year?
Yep.
Okay, last year they beat them. Okay, because the year before that, Titans whooped their ass.
They really got after him. They made him look pretty pedestrian that year.
Yeah, they made them look bad. I mean, it was like everybody was just waiting on Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl, and they just completely sogged it off.
Yeah, they had their fucking ticket damn near punched that year.
Mm-hmm. Chargers get their win against the Eagles. They needed that win. Justin Herbert, 356 yards, 2 touchdowns. I still believe in Justin Herbert, man. I still believe in this kid. I think he's don't sleep on him before the end of the season. He might surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I think he's a star.
He's going to be a star. He is a star, but he's going to be an MVP, and he'll get a ring, I think, eventually. But Chargers win. Eagles, yeah, they're just not a good team. Jalen Hurts is not really the answer. They're trying to force it, but he's just not that good. He's just not that good. That's all there is to it. And then last night, Packers lose to the Chiefs. I felt a certain kind of way watching this game because it appeared to me that the game plan that the Packers went into this game with was basically a game plan of just management over over rhythm, management over explosiveness. Like they weren't trying to really attack Kansas City secondary, which I mean, that's what I would have been doing. I'd have been play action and over the top on them every other play just to test them.
I feel like they're 31st or 32nd in the league in damn near every defensive category.
Yeah, they're not a good secondary. They're not a good defense at all, really. And they played a conservative game right into the hands of Kansas City. Because what do you do when you're going up against a quarterback who has his first start as a quarterback in the NFL if you're a defense trying to find some confidence? You blitz the shit out of him.
Light
every
that motherfucker up.
Play.
Light that shit up.
And that is what they did. And that is how they created such chaos for Green Bay because our offensive line is not at full strength and they ain't play very well. And Jordan Love was under pressure most of the game. He also made some very bad throws, but he made some very good throws too at times. But I feel like overall the game plan just was not designed or was not set up to give them any kind of real ability to threaten Kansas City in their weak spots. And it handicapped them because they really could not. I mean, they didn't even get into the red zone of Kansas City, I don't think, until like third quarter.
Oh, my.
Like, it took forever. I was watching the game. I'm like, damn, they have not even gotten into the red zone yet. Like, what are they doing? This is not even like, they're just not attacking. And that's what that's one of the things that you can do to give your young quarterback confidence is to show him that you're not afraid to attack with him the same way you would attack with Aaron Rodgers. That gives him confidence because as an offense, one thing that a good offense can do, a good offense will destroy any team that blitzes them because it will be picked up and then you have nothing in secondary and you'll get ripped.
Yep.
And they counted on this conservative nature from Green Bay.
We need
in
to
their
do
game
something
plan.
now.
Oh my
Pfeffer,
God.
what's the plan?
T-Mobile, sir?
T-Mobile has great phone offers for every customer.
Even when I pause it and mute it, it comes back.
Right. Yeah, we got you now.
Anyways, Kansas City counted on that. They counted on the fact that Green Bay was going to be conservative because they don't trust Jordan Love the same way they trust Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, with all those analytic gurus they got over there, nobody they played right into the hands of Kansas City and did exactly what they thought they would do.
Right.
So, you know you can't win with the run game all game long. That's not going to win you the game, just running, which is what they try to do coming out the gate, which is not a bad way to start the game to set a tempo, but eventually you got to be able to work off of that run game and try and gain explosives over the top through play action. They didn't really try that. Their screens were getting rocked. Now, I will say on one screen that they ran, defensive tackle tackled the running back as soon as he came out of the backfield. That should have been a flag, but they didn't call it. That's just something that stuck out to me in the game, because when you have I hate when defensive linemen hold, because they never get fucking called,
gets caught,
and they will pull you to the ground. And then they're on film, and then motherfucking commentators are gonna be like, "Oh, wow, one area he missed the block. He missed the block. Look at him,
jackass! This is just poor.
This is poor technique." Yeah, it's because I'm getting horse collared by the defensive tackle. Like, what do you think? But no, I just really thought that this was a bad game plan. They tried to temper the game plan, but it just didn't do them any favors. And I'm pretty sure Kansas City blitzed maybe like 30 times.
Oh my God.
Last night, at least.
You can't baby, a new guy into the role. You know, I get, like, when you have like these more career backup type guys that come in and fill in for a game or two, that's a little bit different situation than I'm trying to see, does my first round pick have it? Like, I'm not going to go out here and just try to run the fucking ball all game and not do anything
and give him nothing but check down passes.
I can't evaluate him off of that. I'm not learning anything about him or giving him a shot to be, really productive.
Yeah, no, not at all. They weren't. Like, a lot of the routes were short routes. They were short outs. Not much over the top. A lot of check downs. He checked down the run. He just did running back check downs like 3 or 4 times in a row at one point. I was like, damn, all right, well, they clearly didn't give him any routes, give that many, that much route, or that many deep routes to kind of give them, try and see if he can get it downfield. No space. I mean, 19 for 34, 190 yards. Come on, man. That's a terrible stat line. Terrible stat line for that many passes. That means you're not throwing the ball that far down the field.
Right.
But Chiefs come away with that win. They needed it. I mean, they would, let's be real, they didn't look great either. They didn't look great either.
Yeah, 13
Mahomes, 20 for 37.
Not in the
166 yards. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
How did they win this game? They had, Darrell Williams, 19 carries, 70 yards, but still, that's 3.7 a carry. He wasn't even getting an efficient run in.
Right. No one's even giving you, short third downs, really.
This is crazy. How did they win?
A block kick or something, or some return?
They got a couple field goals.
With water dripping from the
Damn it.
My God.
Fucking gecko.
We're almost done with this fucking site.
Fucking gecko.
I think they got a touchdown and 2 field goals. That's how they won. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I didn't get to see this game last night, but Tennessee, I'm sorry, we'll get to that one next. Cardinals beat the crap out the Niners. Cardinals looking all right. They didn't even have Kyler Murray. No Kyler Murray.
Colt McCoy, my quarterback.
Colt McCoy. Let's check him out. Colt McCoy went in that motherfucker and balled. 119 QB rating, 63 QBR.
Yeah, I'm not
22
sure.
22 for 26. Damn. Okay,
exactly.
Colt.
He's out there
249 and a touch.
7 on 7.
He made it look that way. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo's stats always look good until you look at interceptions. Then you're like, fuck, dude. 28 for 40,
That's a lot of
326.
sacks too.
2
5 sacks.
touchdown, 5 sacks. Damn.
That's
Ooh.
well, 40 attempts. That's kind of a lot for
Yeah,
them.
40 is a lot. That's because they was getting beat.
Yeah, trying to get back in the game.
Trying to get back in it. And finally, here we got Titans. I didn't see this one necessarily coming. Titans fucking rocked the Rams. The Titans are built to play any style, I feel like. I feel like they can play. Well, no, I won't say they can play any style. I'd say the Titans are built to win against any style with the way that their offense is operated. And, their defense hangs in there. Their secondary is decimated by injuries. So they don't really have, that a robust secondary presence in their secondary.
Right. Yeah.
Because of that. But they find a way to get it done. And really, the way that offense runs and the way that they are just built to hammer you. They're built like the Jags was built in our heyday. Like, we run in the block, and you're gonna have to stop us. And you're not gonna stop us. Maurice Jones-Drew is a beast. They got AP out here, Adrian Peterson back there looking like the king.
That one makes me happy. Man,
AP.
That was an Oklahoma guy, but buddy of mine.
Yeah, AP
plays in there doing his thing.
Man. He got a touchdown.
I mean,
they had a running back by committee.
Yeah,
so they had
Deontay Foreman, a Texas guy.
Yeah, he just got to get back in football shape. They got him 10 carries though.
Did Von Miller play in this game?
No, he didn't play. He didn't play. He was I think he was a healthy scratch just because they're still trying to get him into the program.
Go hit that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, just go get a sack. Just go get a sack. We don't care. You don't have any responsibility except go get a sack.
I don't care what gap you take. Fucking sack him.
Any way you want to.
Line up next to Aaron. Y'all go get sacks.
You already know. All right, so that does it for just our review of Week 9, going through the stories of this past week in the NFL. The Steelers are up on the Bears 14-0 for those of you who give a damn. 14-0. Najee Harris has a touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger has a touchdown. Looks like the Bears are doing the Bears. So, with all that being said, that is going to do it for this Lineman Life live stream. We made it. Victory Monday. I'm about to go get me a nice 6-pack, some Miller Lite. Sit back and enjoy our dub in DUUUVAL. But I do appreciate you guys very much for being in here. You guys have been great. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. My boy Justin, we'll be getting him added to the logo here soon. So that background, that opening cinematic that y'all see is going to be updated here in the near future. So definitely look out for that. But we are the linemen of Lineman Life Live. We appreciate you guys very much. And we hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Monday night. We will holler at you on the next live stream. Peace.